Algebra, welcome back. Today we're talking about transformations and vertex form. This should look familiar, but today we're just spelling it out really explicitly what transformations go where in vertex form. So, in vertex form, we have y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. A is a dilation. It is a vertical stretch or shrink. Whatever number's here is how you're stretching or shrinking your parabola. If you're making it taller and skinnier, or flatter and more spread out. The h is a horizontal translation, which is a left or a right movement. Because it's got a negative in front of it in the formula, you're really going the opposite direction of whatever number is inside the parentheses. K is a vertical translation, which is a movement up or down. And then h and k together give you the vertex of your parabola. That's why this is called vertex form. Now, we could also have a negative in front, so this is the same formula, but with a negative in front. And a negative means that you have a reflection in the x-axis. We can use what we know about transformations to write a function that shows a specific transformation. So for example, if we're trying to show a translation that goes left 5. So we're trying to look at a translation 5. Okay. I know that left 5 is a horizontal translation. So we're going to do a horizontal translation here of 5. So this is going to be y equals, there's no dilation, so I'm not going to put an a. There is a horizontal translation, left 5. Left 5 means you're going 5 to the negative direction. Because I'm going negative, I'm going to do the opposite inside, so I'm going to put plus 5 inside of here. Squared. There's no other transformations. There's no up or down here. So this is my function. Y equals the quantity x plus 5 squared. A translation up 4. So again, I start with y equals. There's no dilation, so I don't put an a. There's nothing happening inside the parentheses because there's no horizontal translation. So I'm just going to put x squared. Now there is a vertical translation of up 4, so that goes at the end here, plus 4. A reflection in the x-axis. So y equals again. Reflection means there's a negative in the very front, and then I don't have any dilations or any translations, so then it's just x squared. Okay, we can also use this formula to write a function when we're given a parabola. The first thing you need to do is find the vertex. So this vertex is at 2, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, negative 5. So this is my h, this is my k. I know it opens up, so I know there's no negative sign. This is a positive function, there's no reflection. So I'm going to start with y equals, I know this would be x minus 2 squared minus 5. Now the only thing I have to know is there an a? Is there some kind of dilation going on? And the best way to figure this out is to look and see, is your first movement up 1, right 1, up 1, left 1. If it is, then there's no a. Then there's no dilation. If it's not, then we have to figure out what a is, which we'll do tomorrow. But for today, when I look, I'm going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. That's good. That should be our first movement, so there's no a here. So my final answer would be y equals the quantity x minus 2 squared minus 5. Let's look at a second one. So if we look here, again, the first thing you need to do is find your vertex. This vertex is at -1, 4. So that's my vertex, -1, 4. This is my H. This is my K. We're going to go ahead and plug that in. Y equals, this is going to turn into x plus 1. It's always the opposite of whatever your x coordinate is once you put it in here, because there's a negative in your formula. So here I had a 2 for h, and it became -2 inside. Here I have a -1 for h, it became +1 inside, and then +4. Now I have to look, there is a reflection here because it's going down, so I need a negative for sure. And then is there an A? Well, the best way to know is, am I going down 1 over 1, or am I doing some other movement? And here I am going down 1 over 1, so there's no A here. So my formula is just y equals negative the quantity x plus 1 squared plus 4. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what do we do when there is an A, when there is some kind of a dilation going on. But for today on your homework, you won't have any dilations, but you may have some reflections when your parabola is opening down instead of opening up. Have a good day, everybody.